15-minute appointments, patients booked back to back. Sometimes it can really feel like your doctor is just popping his or her head in when you have scheduled time to specifically meet with them. Dr. Ken Knott wrote the book Dangerous Medicine: What Your Doctor Doesn't Know Can Hurt You. It addresses many common misconceptions and questionable care associated with the practice of medicine. Dr. Knott joins us now this morning along with one of his patients, Don Westbrook. Gentlemen, thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
First things first, doctor, what is one of the most common misconceptions about medicine?
Oh my goodness, there's so many myths. One of the myths is that the TSH test is the best test to diagnose hypothyroidism. It is not the best test at all. It's very misleading in many cases. There are other tests that will allow us to determine whether or not that patient really should be treated with thyroid.
So is this something we should be doing our homework and knowing before we see a doctor, that these may be the specific tests that we need?
It would be helpful to know that. The problem is the way physicians are trained, they're not trained to do the right tests. And when they do get the right tests, the labs are sometimes wrong, the ranges are wrong. And then when they treat with the wrong medication. Otherwise, everything's perfect.
Don, when you go to see a doctor, say you go to see Dr. Knott, do you feel like you're getting the attention you need, or do you like to come armed with some information as well?
No, when I visit Dr. Knott, he spends more time with me than probably just about anybody except my cardiologist. Yeah.
So you have heart concerns. You have heart health issues that you have to think about.
Sure.
Do you go online? Do you educate yourself about your condition and what you need to be doing?
A little bit, but my Dr. Smith, my cardiologist, Dr. Knott, are so informed. I don't really have to do a lot. I don't have to do a lot.
You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Doctor, is there a concern, though, that because of all the stuff online that we end up diagnosing ourselves? Everybody's a doctor. We sometimes are misinformed that way?
That's a good question. And yes, people come in with their list a mile long,
Sure.
and a lot they got off the internet, and about 3/4 of it is incorrect. So I have to spend my time dispelling those rumors as well as the rumors that are already present in medicine.
How do we make sure that we're getting the care that we need?
Well, be informed. And, you know, one good way is to read this book. That's why I wrote the book. I wrote the book so I could get the message out to more people. I can educate my own patients, but that's just a limited number of people. If the book gets out here and thousands of people get it, then they know the right questions to answer, ask their doctor, and they also might consider giving it to their doctor so they can learn a few of these things as well, because the training is not that good in some areas.
Do you think that we should maybe be armed with questions every time we visit our doctor? And I would think especially if the doctor is a specialist, to where we're talking about, say, a heart condition. Should we be armed with some questions and things we need to know?
Yes. The more informed you are, the better off you are. The more proactive you are, the better off you are.
Do you think the responsibility lies more with the patient these days than it does with the doctor and his or her staff?
Yeah, I think things have changed in that regard, and some of the responsibility is with the patient, yes.
Do we put too much faith in doctors?
Well, we put too much faith in the system. Doctors are pretty much good people. I mean, they really want to help you. It's just that the training sometimes doesn't give them the tools necessary and leads them in the wrong direction. That's why a lot of these issues remain untreated or undertreated.
And isn't there a bigger picture issue for many doctors' offices as far as making money, as far as insurance, where you've got these appointments booked so tight because you need to see a certain number of people? I mean, there's bottom line things like that that contribute to the healthcare field every day.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is an issue, absolutely.
What can we do as the patient if we feel as if we're being misdiagnosed? What would be an appropriate step to take if we're like, I'm not getting the care I need from this person?
Well, it depends on the condition. You know, if it's a condition, say that I treat with age management, then the thing to do is get a second opinion and do your research online. Read the book. And then you'll have the questions in mind to ask the physician that you really want to choose.
Don, were you misdiagnosed?
No, not really, no. I went to see Dr. Knott about my elbow. I had he does a lot of soft tissue. And we wound up doing hormone therapy. I do a testosterone shot every 6 days and growth hormone. And diet was a big thing that Dr. Knott got me. Dr. Knott says that the strongest drug most people take is food. Because it can, and he can tell you more about that than me, but I wasn't misdiagnosed, but Dr. Knott saved my life.
It feels like that you're treating the whole person.
Yeah.
You're treating all of Don. It isn't just a specific heart thing. It's like it matters what you put in your body. It matters everything that you do.
And exercise and the whole thing. It's a complete regimen. Yeah.
You want to speak more on that? That's a great point, that the most important thing, the most important medicine that we take is what we're eating, and just being healthy in general.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. Medicine determines the way your eicosanoid balance is, and that's the eicosanoids are short-acting hormones. They weren't discovered until the 80s, so I didn't know about them in medical school. I shouldn't say that, that tells my age. But eicosanoid balance is very important and very important for your health. If you eat right, you'll probably live longer. It's just that simple. So I told Don, he came to me and he said he'd been placed on this low-fat diet, and I told Don very succinctly, that low-fat diet will kill you. So he changed his diet, and his lipid profile changed, and his health changed. And he's alive today, 15, 16 years later.
Because of it.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Don. Thank you. And Doctor, we appreciate it. Dangerous Medicine, What Your Doctor Doesn't Know Can Hurt You is the book by Dr. Ken Knott. And Don Westbrook, we appreciate you taking some time with us this morning to share your story.
Thanks a lot.
Good health to you.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment.